In een dependance van het Erasmus ziekenhuis in oncologisch centrum Den Hoed is het vanmorgen te doen. 4 mensen verbonden door die afschuwelijke ziekte kanker. Een grote wens van allen is Lance Armstrong ontmoeten en vanmorgen gaat die wens in vervulling. Om 12:30 komt Armstrong aan. Druk schema of niet, proloog of niet, dit is belangrijker. Iedereen in het ziekenhuis is opgewonden als Armstrong binnenkomt. Maar het gaat natuurlijk om de ontmoeting met de 4 patiënten. Een voorzichtig applaus en een voorzichtig welkom. Het begin is wat ongemakkelijk, maar ook daar weet Armstrong wel raad mee.
It feels very comfortable. Informal as possible. I'm incredibly comfortable right now.
Okay.
Als de camera's weg zijn, volgen de verhalen. 4 verhalen dus, met 1 afschuwelijke gemene deler. De een is ex-wielrenner, de ander heeft een jong zoontje, weer een ander beklom met zijn rolstoel zoveel mogelijk bergen die Armstrong op is gefietst. Armstrong hoort het aan en heeft tijd voor iedereen. How heartbreaking are these stories?
Quite heartbreaking. But at the same time, I mean, that's why I hesitate, because, boy, you get a lot of inspiration from them as well. I mean, you hear the examples of. I mean, it could be a young man that went up Alpe d'Huez or Ventoux in his wheelchair. It could be a young lady that's got her 7 or 8 year old son that's been told that she has a disease that won't be cured, but they still live life to the fullest. They still have emotion. They still cry. They still very passionate about their story. So it's, I don't want to be here, to be honest. I would much rather be in my hotel with my teammates, but unfortunately, and I say that because I don't want anybody to be here. I don't want you to be here. I don't want them to be here.
You want the disease out of the world?
I would much rather visit somebody that broke a leg because they were riding their bike. But the fact of the matter is, we have millions of people around the world that are touched by this, and millions of people that are taken from us because of this. So, of course, we don't want to be here. We don't want that for anybody. But to me, it's people say, you're going to do that the day before the Tour de France, but of the 200 guys tomorrow on the start line, nobody's going to have the experience and the inspiration that I had from today.
Het is dus geen onderbreking van zijn ideale voorbereiding, maar een onderdeel daarvan. En na een half uur ingespannen luisteren is het terug naar de realiteit, terug naar wielrennen.
Cycling is obviously important, the Tour is important, tomorrow is important.
Yeah?
But this is more important.
Far more important.
Yeah, this is much more. I mean, this is something that I'll do for years to come, as long as we need to do it. And we've got a lot of great people on that team. I have good people on a cycling team, but you also have a lot of great people on the cancer team. You walk the halls of a hospital, you see doctors and nurses and administrators and technicians, and you realize that we've got a good group.
And are stories like this always with you, also when you're on the bike climbing a mountain? Is it in the back of your head, or maybe in the front of your mind?
No, it moves around. Sometimes it's top of mind. Sometimes the race gets busy and complicated, so you have to think about the race. But this was a powerful moment for me. I won't easily forget moments like today. It's very, to me, it's very important to remember when somebody tells you their story and they share that experience. You can't just let that go in one ear and out the other. That has to stay with me. So, significant.
Maybe if you're climbing a mountain, you'll realize that somebody did it in a wheelchair, and then it feels easy on a bike.
I mean, he did Alpe d'Huez in, I think he said 3.5 hours. But as I told him, it's not, the time's not important. What's important is you sat at the bottom, or you stood at the bottom, and you said, I want to get to the top, and you made it. And I mean, I've gone up Alpe d'Huez in 37 minutes. But to me, there's absolutely no difference between winning Alpe d'Huez in 37 minutes or him going up in a wheelchair in 3.5 hours. both, in fact, many would argue, and including myself, that his accomplishment is much greater than a bike race.
Er waren vele monden die vanmiddag zeer welgemeend dankjewel of thanks zeiden tegen Armstrong. Maar ook dat draaide hij een paar minuten na zijn bezoek vakkundig om. Via Twitter. Iedereen in het Erasmus ziekenhuis bedankt voor de inspiratie.